So what up, though? It's Dwan and back with another episode of Speak for Yourself. Of course, we have the one and only Mr. Ken Elkins.
What's happening?
And a very special guest, Miss Lori Ward.
Hey.
Lori, thank you for hanging out with us and coming to join us on Speak for Yourself. One of the ways that we like to kick it off, or the way we like to kick it off, is we like to have our guests introduce themselves to our audience. So how would you like our audience to know you?
Well, my name is Lori Ward, born and raised in the city of Detroit, and it's great to be part of the city of Detroit, born and raised, not visiting, not just in here because of the draft, but born and raised in the city of Detroit, graduate of Cass Tech, the Cass Tech High School, working in youth development, and I'm loving life right now.
Loving life, we love it, we love it. So, working in youth development.
Yes, I'm the executive director of figure skating in Detroit. Year 7 for us, wow. We're doing some great things,
Give us the one highlight, right? I know it's probably hard to choose from 7 years. I'm sure you got a number of things that really stand out. But what's that one thing that you're most proud of that you've been able to do with figure skating in Detroit?
I would say creating the next leaders through the youth that we work with. One of our main focuses is on girls of color. And this year, one of our recent high school graduates, she's on a full ride academic scholarship at Wayne State University, double major in law and public policy. She ran for office.
What?
And that's when the rubber meets the road. Seeing what she's doing. She works for the mayor, started off as an intern. They sought after her. So she works for the mayor and she has big plans. And so seeing that come to fruition, that's, she's already in leadership. She has a bright future in leadership, and she's gonna help change and continue to change and uplift the city of Detroit.
Amazing.
And that's like I said, that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where we know and can talk about impact.
Yeah.
And so you're actually, it's gonna sound like a dumb question, but you're actually teaching figure skating, correct? It's one of the things that you...
Yep, so that's the carrot. That's how we hook our families, girls and families, because you don't often see brown faces on the ice. It was something that wasn't accessible to us. And it's a very expensive sport. So when families see, what, figure skating? And we make it, we scholarship a lot of girls. The tuition to participate is very low, nominal fees that they pay is based on income. And so we get opportunity to work with so many families, but that's the carrot. When families find out it's much more than skating with the after school program, it's called I Can Excel. So they're getting an opportunity to be exposed to STEAM workshops, everything girl power, you name it, building that confidence, building their self-esteem, letting them know they can show up in any room and speak up. And so we're working on those kinds of skills, and as I just shared, building those leadership skills so that they can take over. A society's best investment is investing in the youth. And so being able to do that when families hear about all of that, and then we care about our families too. I like to say we don't just enroll girls, we enroll families. And so we want to make sure that what we do with our girls when we have them, we don't just concentrate on them and send them to dysfunctional communities or neighborhoods or households. We extend what we do working with parents and working with our extended families.
What does that look like?
Yeah, so we make sure that we connect our families that are in need with, wraparound services through our partnerships that we have. So Brenda Williams, who has been a guest on your show, she's been great to speak life into our families that are struggling. Some of our single moms, helping to promote the You Can Do It. It's tough, but you can get through it. So making sure we're loving on those moms and even some of our dads. We have a few single dads. You know, making sure that we are there for them in different ways. And so those are some of the ways that we do.
That's never
Take care
measured,
of
Ken. Like, right? It's like you see you, like we care about you, and the hope that comes on the other side of it, right?
Yes.
It's like as we do our reporting, right, with our funders or things that we take and measure, like that's the one thing that like is never captured unless we story tell, right? Like that hope, right? It's like, I mean, if we think about some of the business owners in particular, or nonprofit leaders that we've been able to like provide funding for, many people are saying to us, when we first heard about you all, we thought it was a hoax, right?
Yeah.
Because, of course, nobody's created a pot of funding, especially a no interest loan for us, right? Like, that can't be true. And then once they experience it, like, I think what I hear you saying with the families, and they experience it, like, we don't just care about the kid, like, we care about you too. Like that hope and being seen, acknowledged, and that something is in place, somebody's there for you. That's the thing that we don't capture in our reporting and things that we're measuring.
Yeah. Because if you're really creating impact, your impact has to extend beyond program time. You know, what are you doing that's giving back and contributing to your community? And that's the way we do, working with our families. And then our partners happen to embrace that same kind of thinking as it relates to, you know, making sure your impact is real, you know, and that it's really helping those that need it. Yep.
And what I noticed too, like it just, like that just naturally happens for our community, right? To where you'll start something to the carrot, but you really actually want to expose young people to this as well. But then what ends up coming out of that, like you're saying, is the mentoring, is the connections, is the relationships, all of that. When I ran a video program, like we probably did 40% video, 60% mentoring with young men.
Okay.
And, you know, and that always looks like at the end of a video shoot, all the young men would just come to my office and we would just sit there and just kick it, just talk about life, right? And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go home. You know, I'm like, I'm done with y'all. I'm good. Like I've been with you all day. I'm good. But us, we don't turn back our young people. Right. We embrace our young people. We hold our young people, right? And that's just beautiful.
And what you said, just to me, what resonates with me is they see themselves in you. So if they're taking time to just kick it, it's not something mandatory, it's not part of something, they just want to talk. They see themselves in you, and that's huge.
I want to back into the skating things. I'm very intrigued, and the reason why, because I was watching figure skating was just on. I think they was trying out for Olympics maybe or something. Figure skating was on not too long ago. I remember looking like, man, we would dominate this, right? Like looking. And then I'm thinking, so I'm processing, and I'm like, okay, what do we do? So my one question is, and I got a couple, is do you stay in the traditional lane of what figure skating should be? Or do you embrace our culture into figure skating?
Wow, that's a great question. So the best way to answer that would be, so for the competitive arm, so we do have some girls that compete. So they do have to conform to some of those rules and regulations because we see it. I don't know if you guys follow, so Star Andrews is one of the upcoming Olympic hopefuls. She's an African-American girl. Yes, figure skater, yes. Yeah, no, no. So she was here in 2019 for national competition at LCA. And my skating director, give her a shout, Nina Robinson, she's the best woman of color. Skated herself for years and now is a renowned coach here in Michigan. And she said, yeah, we have to be careful because we will get dinged. We'll get points taken faster than anybody.
Yeah.
And so I remember one time, the young lady I just mentioned, Star, she got points taken off because of her outfit, which she kind of did a nod to Beyonce. It was a bodysuit. She looked bad in it, first of all, bad meaning good.
Yeah.
And so things like that. So we do have to be careful, but we can bring our culture to the game.
Okay.
We can bring it to the sport, but we just have to still move a little bit more strategically.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know that and have heard that. We still have to move strategically, unfortunately, but we make it work for us. And I'm telling you, in the next 5 to 10 years, there are going to be more faces of color involved in winter sports, Winter Olympics, and dominating.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yep.
nice.
Are you looking to elevate your next gathering with a touch of sophistication? Look no further than Janet K Charcuterie. Picture this, a beautifully arranged spread of delectable bites crafted with the finest local ingredients designed to impress even the most discerning palate. At Janet K, we pride ourselves not only on our exquisite charcuterie offerings, but also on our unparalleled commitment to customer satisfaction. Whether you're hosting a cozy dinner party or a lavish soiree, let us help make it an unforgettable experience. Visit our website at janetk.com or give us a call at 313-405-7445 to place your order today. When it comes to charcuterie, think of Janet K.
Yep.
Because so my daughter's a dancer, and what I've noticed with her or with other dance studios when I would go to competition is it felt like black dance companies were intentionally avoiding being black dance companies. That kind of annoyed me a little bit. I'm like, but we're like, oh no, we're like one dance company I know won't even do hip hop because everyone's expect black people to be good at hip hop, so they intentionally don't. And they're an excellent dance company. Like they win in every single thing. They kill everybody. All black dance company, but they will not do hip hop because they don't want to fall into.
They will be stigmatized,
But I'm like, but how do you let someone chase you off of what you're good at? And then therefore they take over and now it's their thing.
Right. What it's going to take to make us feel more, it is complicated. What it's going to take to break down some of those barriers is more of the ones that have made it. And I hope I'm okay to say this, but you know, back in slavery, how you had your abolitionists, the abolitionists were not slaves, they were not black. You got to have some people who've made it and understand where in the sport, since we're talking about, or dance, since we're talking about that, you got to have people that want to speak up and call a thing what it is.
Yeah.
And if it's unfair, if it's whatever it is, the more we can have those kinds of conversations about diversity and equity and inclusion in these arenas, the more we can have that happen, the more you can have a dance company be true to what it really wants to do and don't feel like they'll be stigmatized, looked over, ostracized because of this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
So I think it'll just take more of that. For example, in the sport of figure skating, there's a diversity group that works to bust down or break down those barriers. So it's been years. So they're moving in the right direction, but it's going to take for people to speak up and call, like I said, call a thing what it is. Not be afraid.
I look forward to the day when we don't need those type of boards.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
But Dwan, we still need it. We still need it. Yeah.
My last question about the sport, and I know Dwan has some questions, is I say it's very intrigued. So, because I mentioned, you kept saying girls. Do you allow boys into the?
Yeah, so
He's really
great question.
asking for himself.
Okay.
Did you teach me
Okay,
how
but
to
you may
do
have
this?
aged out. I'll
That's
see
real.
what the board thinks
For
about
real?
it.
I identify as a 15-year-old.
So
You can't deny what I identify as.
okay,
I've learned that.
all right. But yeah, that's a great question. So the girl focus is for our signature after school program that's called I Can Excel, and our summer program, which which is called Summer Dreams. Those are specifically for girls. Outside of that, we do a series of skating clinics, which is still to get exposure to the sport to young people. And in that way, we work with both boys and girls. We just did a skating clinic for Jack and Jill, for example.
Okay.
And then we have a relationship with one of our beloved partners, which is Detroit Public School Community District. And we do a series of skating clinics for the middle school, primarily the middle school age students, which again are boys and girls. And so that way we do have access.
The male participation in that?
Oh, the schools that we have serviced have almost been 50-50.
Oh.
Yeah, yep. And we often talk to families because they'll ask us, when you guys gonna work with boys too? So that it's coming. But right now what we do is we'll direct them to our other partner, PAL, because they have a hockey program, and to get the boys involved in hockey. But it's coming down the pipe. We'll be working with boys in the program.
How does somebody find you?
Yes, great question. So our website is figureskatingindetroit.org. They can go to the website. They can email me, which is lward@figureskatingindetroit.org. And then follow us on social media. We're on IG as well as Facebook. So those are all great ways to reach out to us.
No, I was just saying, with the males, I just remember there will always be some kind of just negative look that some males will have on
skating?
Right, on
Wow.
figure skating.
They need to watch Nathan Chin.
Yeah, what I always thought was like, I think there's nothing more masculine than lifting a human up with one hand.
Yes.
Like
it's really
who can do that?
It's a very disciplined. It's a very disciplined sport. So yes, there are definitely male figure skaters.
Okay.
Ice dancers. I mean, that definitely is, males are involved in that as well.
I'm gonna be out, so don't be trying to push me away saying.
You could come get on the ice with us anytime for free. You can just come and get out there and, yep.
Good. Is there anything coming up sometime soon?
Yes.
That you want to make sure people are aware of?
I do. First, I want to announce that we were awarded a grant. So NFL draft is here, as we all know. And whatever city they come to, they give back. And so we were one of the award recipients for the NFL. Yes.
Good job on that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really a big deal. So we were awarded a grant. I'm sorry?
I said, run is that 5 back?
You okay? I got my eye on you. So we were awarded a grant. We were selected by our partners from the Ralph Wilson Foundation and Project Play, who have supported us for years. We love them, and they apparently love us. So I'm very grateful. So that was a great event, and the way they did the event was like a real draft. So you got to come up, and so it was awesome. So that was great for our girls to get that exposure. But we are coming to the end of our after-school I Can Excel program, and we always celebrate and end the year with a big award show, our Spring Ice Showcase. So it's going to be held at Adams Butzel.
Okay.
In Detroit.
Located?
I love this. In Detroit on Linden, the Adams Butzel Complex.
Linden and Myers, right?
Yes. So we have 2 shows this year, which is great because in the past we've sold out. So Friday, May 3rd, and then Saturday, May 4th are the shows. You can go get tickets on Eventbrite.
Okay.
Just put in figure skating in Detroit, and it'll come up.
And the show's been sold out?
In the past years, they sell out. So this year we added 2 shows. Yes.
Is there any chance that you might be able to squeeze a 49-year-old, 15-year-old identifying limited to no experience skater that really desires
I got
Yeah, I could put him on cast and crew. He can help us with you can help us with some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
see that right there?
Back there, way
Right. But yeah.
I see that.
But I will definitely have VIP tickets if you guys want to come. I can hold you some VIP seats because we love you.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we have that.
Regular seats, yeah. But I'm definitely going to be. I'm trying to see if I can get my girls to come with me.
Oh, that would be a beautiful. Yes. Yep. So we have that coming up, and then we are hosting for the 7th year our Summer Dreams summer program. It's going to be from July 7th through August 9th. And we're housed on the campus of the School of Marygrove.
Okay.
So that's where we'll be for Summer Dreams as well.
So are they practicing on the ice in Marygrove?
No.
What's Summer Dreams?
We will be,
What is Summer Dreams?
yep, so Summer Dreams, we will be transporting them to the rink. Now, the rink that we use in the summer, because Adams Butzel shuts their ice down in May,
Okay.
we will be going out to our partner rink, which is in Bloomfield Township, Detroit Skating Club.
Okay.
So we'll be there for summer camp.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Amazing. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Thank
We
you.
hope that, we'll make sure we get this out in time so people can be aware and get out there to support.
That'll be awesome.
Keep
Thank you
doing
so much.
amazing work.
Yes.
Bringing, something that is, I think, very necessary and a little bit different to the community.
Yes. Thank you. I will. Thank you for you guys' support. I follow you guys, tell people about you, and follow you as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, that is another episode of Speak for Yourself. Thank y'all for hanging out. Please hit that like, subscribe, share the button. Peace.